Hi, I'm Mary Stiglic with US Assure. Today we're going to talk about installation builder's risk up to $75 million. But before we get into the product, let's talk about US Assure. We are the exclusive program administrator for the Zurich Builder's Risk product, and we have been for, over 40 years, so we know a little bit about builder's risk. Now let's jump in. What is builder's risk? Well, it is a policy that insures structures under construction. It's a standalone property policy that insures materials, equipment, fixtures, anything going into the structure. Installation is the exact same policy as builder's risk. The only difference is what you call it. When you call it builder's risk, we're insuring everything. The doors, the windows, the landscaping, roofing system. When you call it installation, for the most part, we're only insuring one thing. Installation of doors, installation of signs, installation of windows. Solar panels are really popular right now. Now, when you take a look at the built-in coverages, you need these coverages. And I know you might have a package policy for your client, but do they get the limits that they need? Will they get the coverages they need? For instance, transit. Typically, you don't get transit on a package policy. So if I'm going to install an AC unit for Lowe's, and it's a multi-million-dollar AC unit, and it's on the back of a truck going down the highway, something could certainly happen to that. So you need coverage during transit. But by the way, you get all of these coverages. They're automatically built into our coverage form at no additional charge. You might want to think about some optional coverages. Better green endorsement. So if that piece of equipment that's being installed is green, well, if something happens to it, they probably can't go to Home Depot and buy it. They have to special order it. That's going to take time and money. It has to be RELEED certified, time and money. And let's not forget about the change order endorsement. Yes, we might be installing just one piece of equipment, but all of a sudden the owner says, well, what about this? Can we add this on? So the changes occur, and they might not be calling you. So if they don't call you, if the customer doesn't call you, they're underinsured. And we have a 100% coinsurance penalty in our form, and you don't want to have them eat some of the claim because they're underinsured. Equipment breakdown. Well, you really need this. Typically, they're insuring equipment, right? Something could definitely happen to that. Flood and quake. We can provide flood and quake in many, many situations. Just keep in mind, it holds our system, and underwriting is going to map every one of those accounts. Soft cost. Well, these are things your customer paid for prior to construction or installation. So they paid for license fees, they paid for permit fees, they paid for insurance premium. If a claim were to occur, they might have to pay those fees again. So make sure you cover those. And then testing, building system testing. So something like a fire suppression system, if they're installing that, they have to test it. Now on this other box, commercial only. So this would be when they're installing equipment in commercial structures. Now business income, loss of rents, you might not use that a lot on an installation policy because that's more for, an installation is more for a contractor. But if it happens that the owner wants the policy, then they might need some business income or loss of rents. Rain, snow, ice, or sleet. This is strictly if they're insuring installation in commercial. Now, by adding this endorsement, it takes away the verbiage in our coverage form that says the structure needs to be totally enclosed. So you have an AC unit and it's out in the weather. Well, you want to make sure if it gets rained on before it's installed that there is coverage. So it's a good idea to add the rain, snow, ice, or sleet endorsement. Hot testing. This might be for equipment that's installed in manufacturing risk. They have to put some type of fuel source in there to test it. And then waiver of coinsurance. 100% coinsurance penalty on our form, and that's on our small form, which stays in place for residential installation, but on commercial installation, you can opt to waive that coinsurance penalty. I want to share with you some installation accounts that we bound. Some of them are kind of funny. Aerial park, zip line, $5 million. I didn't even know those cables cost that much. The cans of paint, $50,000 in cans of paint. Most likely the client was dealing with a municipality. We have seen cans of paint, we have seen spools of wire, heck, I've seen manhole covers. So keep this in mind. If it's being built, remodeled, installed, we definitely want to take a look at it. Now, I want you to register. All you have to do is go to usassure.com, hit the orange button, and become one of our agents. You'll get a username and password really quick so you can start doing business with us. So check us out, usassure.com, or pick up the phone, give us a call, 800-800-3907. Don't forget to check out our resources. We have so many resources out there, too many for me to even count. All right, enough talk. Go find yourself some builder's risk, and we'll talk soon.